How did I become fluent in English? So, since there's a lot of new people here asking me about that, I felt like updating the video about my English journey and I hope you guys enjoy it. So, basically, I'm 25 and I first started learning English when I was 12. So, it's been a while, I know, but it took me around 4 years and a half to achieve fluency. And after achieving fluency, it took me a little bit longer to understand that I was fluent because at some point you kind of become insecure about your level, about telling people I'm fluent. I'm nah. So it took me a little bit longer to understand that, and now I understand that it was only about insecurity, and a lot of people go through that during their process, during their journey. It's totally normal. And at the age of 22 I moved abroad, so I lived in the US for about like 2 years, and I got to improve my English by living there. And before, like, I'm gonna tell a little bit about my journey before I started taking English classes. I was just a little kid, but one of the things that truly helped me during my English journey was that I became obsessed with learning this language. I would already consume a lot of content like watching Disney movies, TV shows, and then American music in general. Like, I've always been obsessed with American music. I wanted to sing along with the singers, understand the lyrics. So when I first started learning English for real, of course I was a kid, so sometimes it was boring, to learn about grammar and all this stuff. I didn't take it that seriously, I would say. But at some point, I became like truly obsessed with learning English, and I believe that by doing that, the process became way easier and faster. You know, so that's my tip for you. And of course, not everyone is gonna be obsessed with that, especially if they need to learn the language. They have to is something that they feel obligated to do, if it makes sense. But if you become obsessed with the language, I think that the process becomes way more fun and easier. So start doing that and let me know if it works. Oh, and after becoming fluent in English, I saw myself pretty lost and worried because I thought I would forget everything I learned. I would forget how to speak English because I had no one to practice my English with. So I just saw myself having to practice by myself, study by myself. So I kept consuming English content. Then to practice my speaking, I just started talking to myself. Yeah, like a crazy person. It really helped me. So while I was taking a shower, talking to myself, doing the dishes, making something to eat. That's what really helped me not forget how to speak English. And then at the age of 20, when I was 20, I applied for this job and I got a new job opportunity at this English school, Docs.